Hello and welcome to the Keeping Up with the Dumbo, the podcast all about Dumbo Town FC, but it's proudly sponsored by Bespoke Recruitment. Now, before we start, remember to subscribe to our channel and please like the video. And also remember, we have a competition running where the 100th subscriber will win a Dumbo Town hoodie of their choice, as well as another winner picked at random. For more details on how to enter, then see the link in the description. Now, of course, this is the first episode, and the first episode, what a better place to start than meet the owner. And of course, it's myself here, Jake Murphy, the head of media and marketing. And without further ado, the owner of Dumbo Town, the founder, the chairman, the kit man, everything at this point, Simon Noakes. How are we?
I'm very well, sir. I'm very well. And the oranges and the halftime drinks as well, yeah. And the secretary as well. No, I'm joking. Look, welcome on board, Jake. Delighted to do the first podcast. Welcome to the team, sir. You'll be a great asset and very much look forward to working with you, sir.
Lovely. Likewise. Now, let's kind of almost go back to the beginning with your kind of football intel before Dunmow. What kind of football clubs have you been involved in and to what level?
Okay, so really, as a business, so if I go back a bit further than that, as a business, I run a construction recruitment business, have done now for 20 years. We've always been involved with sport quite heavily, sponsoring rugby clubs, local football teams, golfers. But I got the first taste of non-league football really last season at Walthamstow being one of the sponsors. Loved it, loved the experience, and that's where the real love started for non-league football, certainly.
And in around July time, Dumbo Town started. What was the reasoning behind bringing a football club to Dunmow? Did you used to live there? Was there a soft spot? Or was it just that you saw a market for a town that needed a football club?
Dunmow, I spent a lot of years living in Dunmow. Loved the town. The town's expanded rapidly, having been there for a number of years. And it's got a great youth setup in Dunmow, but it hasn't got a real senior team, a team that the town can embrace, be part of. For such a big town that's expanding and still expanding, for those that know Dunmow well, it's a great opportunity for a first team, a football club. And
I guess one of the main questions that or plans that any kind of football owner brings into football is that inaugural 5-year plan, what they want to do within the first 5 years. So what's your kind of plan for the first 5 years?
Well, I mean, we're very ambitious, as you said correctly. We're 20 weeks in as a club. So to date, we have an established first team, we have an established reserve team, and we have a number of businesses involved with Dunmow. We launch our first committee meeting this week, have a board of 10. On that 10, we have representation from the football club, on the playing side, from the coaching side, fans, local business, and business in general. So we've got some great football experts, some great business. I want this club to be the heart of the community. It's really important for me. I'm really passionate about it. But at 5 years, our plan is very ambitious, Jake. We want to go up every year for 5 years. Or that's the plan. We're ambitious. Doesn't mean you will go up every year, but we will strive for promotions. We want this club 3-4 years to be in the FA Cup. What a dream that would be. A town of north of 50,000 people in Dunmow as it's expanding. If we can get 1 or 2% through the door, you're looking at 500, 600, 700 people and north of that. So be a big part of the community, be a big part in the schools, and grow this football club into what is a real hub of the community.
Now, I was going to leave these questions to the end, but they kind of tie into your answers with your last two questions I asked. It's actually from a gentleman called Mark Goody, I believe I'm pronouncing it correctly, on Twitter.
Okay.
So, he's got actually 3 questions for you. The first question is, when will Dumbo Town play in Dunmow? The second is, how can you work with Dunmow Rovers youth to develop players and provide opportunities to train with the team? Sorry, it was just the 2 questions. I've copied and pasted it twice. So it's those 2 questions that Mark Goody has asked you to kind of relay back to answers for his questions, really.
Okay, well, look, firstly, thank you for the questions, Mark. Realistically, we're looking at ground sharing for 2 seasons. COVID has hit the plans a little bit, but we are making great strides. Obviously, the plan is to have a base in Dunmow, of course. But outside of that, the next best thing is to have a great facility at Braintree Town. It is only 10 minutes up the A120 for Dunmow. It gives us a chance as well, a great attraction for players to play in there, and a great facility. The facility matches that of our ambition, Jake. So that was really important to us, to obviously mirror the ambition of the club. So yes, I would say we're 2 seasons away from getting a base in Dunmow, but we're working very hard in the background. It's on the agenda again with the committee. I know the people in the committee are working hard with representation in the town to get a base in Dunmow. That is our dream, and that will happen. With regards to the second point, Dunmow Roads, we're very fortunate in Dunmow to have 2 great youth sides, really, Dunmow United and Dunmow Roads. So without trying to repeat a previous answer, 20 weeks in, we've established a football club now. That is a natural conversation to have, and a potential conversation to have with both parties, to make sure that our youth, or their youth, can move up into a senior side. Our reserves are currently, I think our youngest reserve is 17, but a lot of all those boys are from Dunmow, having played for Dunmow Roads. So it's a natural progression. It's a conversation we'd like to have. It's a conversation we'd like to have with both parties, to make sure that as a football, we cover everything in the community.
Now, depending on obviously when the viewers are watching this, if you are watching it at least up until the Saturday of when this video is put out, we do have finally our first home game, which is obviously going to be Braintree Town FC against Headingham United on the Saturday. So kind of what's your words to try and get some fans there? We've got to find out whether we can 100% have them yet, but should that be given the go-ahead, what would you kind of say to get people to travel down to Braintree?
Well, it's Tuesday morning now, so we're hopeful we'll have this confirmation today, and obviously we'll get that out onto our media channels via yourself, sir. But look, I mean, support your local club. You know, we need your help. We want you to be part of this. You know, we all love our Premier League football or our national football or whatever club you support. But aside from restrictions of going to these clubs, you know, why not come and support your local club? We've got a great set of lads. We've got a great team. A great committee. We want to reach out. You come and enjoy it. It's free entry. Bring your kids, bring yourself, friends, family. Hopefully we can obviously accommodate you all, obviously, which we'll update today. But I really, really feel that you'll enjoy it. Get the bug. I certainly got the bug last year in non-league, and then there's no looking back, really.
And we talk about this non-league bug, and obviously my kind of route into non-league football was through Harlow Town. Yours was through Walthamstow. Now, Harlow Town, throughout the years, have had a prolific fan base, lots of singing, lots of chanting, this, that, and the other. Walthamstow, kind of the same on a bit of a smaller scale. Obviously, Harlow's not like that anymore, unfortunately. We won't go into the politics of another club on here. What is your kind of ambition in towards the kind of the supporters for the football club? Is it a case of you want loud singers, or is it going to be the case there's going to be loud singers and then everyone else is welcome? If you just want to sit down, sit down. If there's a singing section. Kind of give a feel for what you want as a support base. Is it all inclusive? Is it a certain kind of people? What is it that you want at Dumbo Town?
Look, we want a family club. You know, we want people to be able to talk about this, whether they're out in the pub, whether they're at school, the conversation between their friends, you know. As a youngster or as a teenager, how are you getting on? Did you watch Dumbo the week? You're going to go? No, I haven't been yet. I want to go there. To the man, it's a man in the pub that wants to have a couple of beers with his friends and have a sing-song. Of course we do. Let me be clear, Jake, for us, we want to include everyone. And I think that's really, really important. But also, you know, we're not trying to be someone, we have an identity. You know, we're based in Dunmow. We're from Dunmow. We will be in Dunmow. You know, and this is something that's never happened before in the town, really, to really have this momentum behind us for a senior team. So we want to get this right. And that's why fans are on the committee as well, working with local businesses as well. But this will be a club for all. There's standing areas at Braintree, there's seating areas at Braintree. So this will be a club for everyone. And we will make sure we cover all aspects of that, certainly.
And we've obviously seen from my appointment, since I've come in with a few ideas and all, been luckily enough for you to say, had free reins with it. So we have got a young lad coming down on Saturday from Harlow College to do the match report, who's doing journalism. Obviously, if you are in Dunmow or the surrounding areas and you do want to get involved with work experience, maybe not outside of the media side of it, how could they get involved with that?
Okay, so contact yourself, contact me. I'm very approachable on Twitter. We're on Facebook. Obviously, we're connected, Jake. So all our channels come back to myself and you. We want to work with everyone, and we will look to accommodate everyone, whether that be a local journalism that you can help with, Jake, whether that be a local physio, local photographer, sports writer, wants to come on board with the committee. There's no limits to what we can do as a football club. That doesn't mean we don't sound unprepared. What we're saying is that, we need to build this momentum. We are very ambitious. They're models we want to follow as a football club. And I know people might say, yes, it's only 20 weeks in. We have to start somewhere. I'd like to say this time next year, we'll be further down the line, whether that be as expanding as a club, making some more strides in leagues. But like I say, it's really, really ambitious. I think there's not many people that have got sort of 50 players signed on in 20 weeks, got a brand behind them, got someone like yourself on board, and got a committee and a following involved. So, like I say, everyone wants to win. We do. And we've got a great team behind us that are driving that daily.
Now, obviously, I know you are pressed for time. So the last question we have to address, which I already know the answer to, but just to give some clear up, is the elusive, when are we announcing the new manager? So I've been asked this question 500 times. So I'm going to relay that question to you.
I thought you knew the answer, Jake. No, look, let me just say a few thank yous on here. I think it's important, and then I will answer the question. I want to do a massive thank you to Ryan Maxwell, who came on board at the beginning of this project. I met Ryan last year. Absolute gentleman, footballing, fantastic, football knowledge, so in depth. He helped me massively start this football club, and it was through him we met Che and Nicky. And obviously, Che, Nicky done a fantastic job starting this football club with the help. And I want to thank them massively. I think it's important. Obviously, I really appreciate what they've done and wish them every success at Braintree. They've gone in there, 2 games, 2 wins, 2 clean sheets, and they'll turn that around. It's fantastic for them. For us, that we've got a couple more conversations today with a candidate and another, or two more candidates to speak to. But I'm hopeful that we will, not hopeful, I know we'll be announcing something before the home game. So rest assured, fans of Dunmow, manager will be announced this week. It is exciting, but it's also time to reflect and make sure we're making the right decision. The league's very uncertain at the moment with COVID and the tiers we're going into and what's going to happen in January. So it's making sure we make the right decision, and that's through good planning. But the right decision doesn't mean we're taking our time with something. We will get things done, and we do get things done, but it's making sure we cover all areas, speak to everyone, out of respect to everyone that's applied, because it's a great opportunity for someone. They get the investment behind them in terms of facilities, and they get a chance to, I genuinely believe, make history, because this club is going places. You've only got to look at the AFC Wimbledons that are reborn, the Dawkins. 11 years ago, they were probably similar leagues to ourselves.
Yeah.
That's the ambition, that's the plan, and we will get there 100%.
And also, the first team manager gets the pleasure of being interviewed by me every week, so that's something to look forward to.
Of course, that was it. I think they wanted to wait until you were appointed before accepting the role, sir. So.
Well, this has been the Keeping Up with the Dumbo podcast. This has been your owner, Simon Noakes, and myself, Jake Murphy, Head of Media and Marketing. That's all we've got time for today. So until the next podcast, goodbye. Thanks for watching. Take care, and up the Dumbo.